T baby, you have to accept as a panel. T baby, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning. I'm Vibhuti Patel. Hello.
Hi everyone. A very good morning to all of you. I know a lot of you are in the attendees one, as in when we move forward, if time permits, we will definitely allow you to talk and give your opinions. I'm just gonna open chat box for some time, so you can. Hi everyone. So I have opened the chat. So I wish if you could just write hi and a very good afternoon to all of us. I hope you all are doing well. Thanks, Pallavi. Hi there. Good morning. So hello, Diljit ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Hi, I'm Ronalini. Hi, everyone. So it's time. It's already 11:33. So can we take 3 more minutes before we start our official launch? Thank you so much for joining on time. A lot of you have like joined before time. We were doing technical checks and I can see children joining even before that. So thank you so much for the enthusiasm and for putting efforts and coming on this platform to supporting us. That really, really means a lot. So I can read everybody's chat. A lot of people are saying hi ma'am, good morning, hello, nice seeing a lot of chats coming up. So really, really excited for that. So we're going to start in another 5 minutes. Is that okay with you all? Can I get a heads up if that's okay? Meanwhile, we can just watch a small video since we're waiting for people. Okay, need a little more sound. Is it better? Am I audible? Great. Okay, so all right. So let's just wait for 5 minutes and then we can start. I still see a lot of chats coming in. So I'm not going to ask you to stop. Let them coming in. We're just going to wait another 5 minutes before we start. I see a lot of people are still joining and we are getting messages that they're still joining. So let's just wait for another 5 minutes. We will start. Thank you.
Namaste, Jumbo Salam. Namaste, Jumbo Salam. Hello. So many across the world living hand to mouth. We could fulfill their needs if we cared about. They too have rights like we, let us hear them out. The time is now and we must end this drought. Let's make poverty history. Embrace them all. It's a call for you and me, one and all. Don't just be kind, bear in mind, leaving no one behind. Come on, come on, come on, let's turn the tide. The one and only in how we do abide. Earth has spoken, oh, she's broken. She stood the test of time. She is sublime, and the time is just right that we change paradigm. Make real rights with laws redefined. Leave not behind. The global goals is a call for you and me, one and all. Don't just be kind, bear in mind, leave no one behind. No, 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 no. Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, oh, oh, oh. Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, oh, oh, oh. Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, oh, oh. Children across the world, let's scale new heights. Speak and be heard, come join this festival of rights. Prosperity to our progeny, peace to all earthkind. People, planet and partnerships all realigned. Priorities redesigned for the lost humankind. Don't just be kind, bear in mind, leave no one behind. The world's lost and least, unheard voices released. Don't just be kind, bear in mind, leave no one behind. Leave no one behind. Leave no one behind. It's the call of time. Leave no one behind.
End poverty and malnutrition. Health and inclusive education. Safe cities and gender justice. Energy, water and equality for all.
Decent work and technology for all.
Responsible consumption and climate change. Life in oceans, life on land.
Justice, peace and partnership.
Hi everyone. I can see a lot of people raising their hands. We will let you talk in some time. So I can see a lot of messages coming up. Thank you for sharing. Where are you coming from? Can you help us know which state are you from? We don't need your personal details, but which state? Like I'm from Delhi. I'm sitting here in my office right now. So where are you from? Some said Delhi, St. Patrick's. You're from Delhi, Jammu. Wow, it's beautiful. Okay, so without any delay, let's just start our session. Manipur, Mumbai, Calcutta, Tamil Nadu, wow, Delhi, from Jammu, Maharashtra. Wow, a lot of people from Jammu. Excited to see you all. Nagaland, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, the chats are flooding right now. Tripura, Tamil Nadu, Meghalaya, Riboy. Okay, Punjab, West Bengal, Asansol. That's beautiful. All right. So without any delay, I'm just going to start the session. Let me tell you, I'm not facilitating. Okay. I am not going to take this entire session. It's the children who are going to lead it. But I'm just going to share a couple of important slides, which is important to set the context. So I just want to share something with you all. मैं हिंदी में भी वो समझाऊंगी और इंग्लिश में भी. So सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है जितने भी पैनल हैं हमारे एक अटेंडीज का लिस्ट है एक पैनल का लिस्ट है देयर आर टू sides of this webinar, so all the panels who are in the panel we have given you co-host, right, so you can switch on your video. आप लोग अपनी video switch on कर सकते हैं. This message is for everyone. We all should feel safe, we all should feel heard. So for that, please do not give us your personal details over the chat box or anywhere. We are not asking for that, and you do not post anything. We don't need any personal details of yours. And most importantly, kind of maintain the decorum of this meeting. We do not use any abusive language or words. कोई भी गलत शब्द या कोई भी भाषा ऐसे जिससे किसी को नुकसान हो, किसी को दुख हो, वो हमें नहीं करना है. अगर हमें पता चलता है दैट आप में से कोई भी अगर ऐसा लैंग्वेज यूज करता है, if any of you is using such language or words, our team will be removing you from this meeting. We will be forced to remove. वो हमारी कुछ ऐसे सेफगार्डिंग मेजर्स हैं, हमारे कुछ ऐसे नियम हैं कि हम नहीं कर सकते. अगर आप कभी भी अनसेफ फील करें, if you feel unsafe, you feel you need to talk to somebody, you're not feeling safe in this platform, connect with Ema. You can see her email ID. Her name is Miss Ema Mishra, programs@pratyek.org.in. तो आप इस पे उनसे बात कर सकते हैं अगर आपको कोई भी इस सेशन के रिगार्डिंग कुछ भी बात करना हो, कोई इशू हो सेफ गार्डिंग रिलेटेड, इफ यू आर फीलिंग अनसेफ. We have translations in multiple languages. We have Samad who will be speaking in Hindi, Jharna in Bengali, Assamese Bikash, Marathi Praveen, Tamil Sister Grace, Telugu Mr. T. Ramesh, and Kannada Sister Vanilla. Now the Kannada one may be in Malayalam. There was some technical issue. तो मलयालम अगर लिखा हुआ है, that is Sister Vanilla, that is Kannada. Okay, so these are some of the interpretation. तो जितने भी लोग इस प्लेटफॉर्म में हैं, हमारे पास अलग अलग भाषाओं में ट्रांसलेशन है. मेन सेशन इंग्लिश में रहेगा, बट साथ ही साथ ट्रांसलेशन इंटरप्रिटेशन होगा. हिंदी में समद है, बंगाली में झरना है, असमीज विकास करेंगे, मराठी के लिए प्रवीण है, तमिल सिस्टर ग्रेस, तेलुगु टी रमेश और कन्नड़ा सिस्टर वनीला. Okay, so these are our translators. Now that was all what I am going to speak. So over to you, Rukhsar.
Namaste, Sat Shri Akal, Adab, Welcome, Jai Bhim. Good morning, everyone. I am Ruksal from NINEISMINE, an advocacy initiative of, for, and by the children of India. I am the president of National Inclusive Children's Parliament that attempts to have the active and engaged neighborhood children's parliament across all 543 MP constituencies of India. Welcome to our launch of our unique children's manifesto and our Vote for Me anthem. Please type in your first name and your state in the chat box. Wow, I see people from different states. Maharashtra, Jammu Kashmir, Delhi. That's really interesting. Do you all know why are we gathered here today? Use the chat box for your thoughts. I see many answers are coming there. share the manifesto. That's right. Today we are here for exciting launch of Children's Manifesto for the upcoming election. Do you think children, that is citizens of India across the age of 18, should be engaged in elections? At the Nine is Mine, we believe child citizens or citizens should be maybe not voters but actively engaged as influencers who ensure that the voices of children are genuinely expressed and responded to. Let's dive into a short video about the Children Manifesto associated with the last general election 2019.
Vote for Me is the voice of 36% of India's population. That is children below the age of 18.
अगर हम आज आवाज नहीं उठाएंगे तो आने वाले कई वर्षों तक ये बच्चे हमसे सवाल पूछेंगे कि जब उनके बारे में निर्णय लिया जा रहा था तो हम अडल्ट्स कहाँ थे।
हम चाहते हैं कि बच्चों के घोषणा पत्र को वो अपने घोषणा पत्र में शामिल करें।
बच्चे एकजुट होकर अपने हकों के लिए आवाज उठाएंगे तो हर दल को मजबूर होकर आपके आवाज सुननी पड़ेगी।
ये राइट टू प्रोमिसेस कि हमें सबसे पहले जानकारी होनी चाहिए, सारा कुछ पता लगना चाहिए क्या है प्रोमिसेस। में जब मेरे पिताजी का जन्म हुआ तब ये कहा कि हम 6% बच्चों की शिक्षा के लिए देंगे। आज भी वो 6% बच्चों की शिक्षा के लिए नहीं दिया गया है।
All political parties should come on and take the education a serious development agenda and universalize the elementary education and implement the Right to Education Act.
Nearly half our children below 6 years being undernourished, it is time to focus our attention to addressing malnutrition.
मैंने जो अपना बच्चा खोई हूँ तो मैं नहीं चाहती जो हर माँ को जो बच्चा खोए जो बच्चे को कुछ हो।
We often don't think of children as equal members to be able to influence a manifesto, and that's what NINEISMINE is doing, to say that children are citizens today and they need to claim their space within this political milieu as equal citizens of today.
We are the citizens of today and we need your help to become dutiful citizens of tomorrow.
Vote for children.
Vote for children.
Vote for me. Vote for us.
Thank you. May I now request my buddies in Delhi to begin the sharing of our script of our manifesto? Welcome, Nikki.
Thank you, Ruksar. Good morning, everyone. I'm 15 and I'm Nikki. I'm from Pratyek I have been part of Pratyek since last 4 years, and I have been former Parliamentary Affairs Minister of my local children's parliament. We, the children of India, aim to be at the core of every election manifestos of all political parties and individual candidates in the upcoming general elections of 2024.
Hello everyone, I'm Kushi and I'm from 11th. I'm the Parliamentary Affairs Minister of our year's Children's Parliament. I have been part of Pratyek since 2019. We, the children of India, pledge to build our Ek Bharat, United India, Samaveshi Bharat, Inclusive India, Shresth Bharat, Leading India. We urge all candidates contesting in the upcoming general election of 2024 of commit to creating an incredible and nation dedicated to the inclusion of all.
Good morning, everyone. I am Robin. I am 12 years old. I have been part of Pratyek since 1.5 years, and I am the Home Minister of DICP, which is Delhi Inclusive Children's Parliament. We, the children of India, emphasize the most importance of focusing on the most vulnerable children, including those with disabilities from minority communities, refugees, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, those in urban slums, individuals identifying as LGBTIQA++, and those dealing with mental health issues and others referred to as the last child in the manifesto. Thank you.
We, the children of India, firmly believe that Bachcho Ka Vikas leads to Bharat Ka Vikas, which in turn leads to our Sansar Ka Vikas. The development of children leads to the development of our country, which in turn leads to the development of the entire global community. As a result, our country must prioritize the following. B is for budgets and laws for all children. H is for health and survival of every child. A is for advocacy by and participation of, for, and by all children. R is for rights and entitlements of each child. A is for accessibility, for and inclusion of the last child. T is for trust and protection of every child. This is what we believe will lead to Bharat Ka Vikas and Sansar Ka Vikas. Sansar, that is earth, and each child's ecological rights. Vikas, development, and the complete growth of child. So we say, Bachcho Ka Vikas, Sabka Vikas. Thank you.
Wow, that was really interesting. I now welcome our friends from different states to present the recommendation in different languages to give us a taste of India. I'd like to extend an invitation to Priyanka, who is from Madhya Pradesh, to provide the recommendation on budget and laws for all children. Welcome, Priyanka. There might be a technical issue, so on behalf of Priyanka, I'll be sharing the recommendations. Invest 3%, if not 5%, GDP public spending on public health Six for
Ruksal,
education.
sorry, Priyanka is here. Priyanka, can you talk? Priyanka? Priyanka, can you hear me? उसने hand raise किया. Priyanka, are you there? She's there. Okay, carry on, Ruksal. She's joining as a panelist. Give her a second.
Okay. Invest 3 per.
प्रियंका, आप अनम्यूट कर पाओगे अभी अपने आप को?
यस मैम।
ओके, आप अपना वीडियो भी ऑन कर सकते हो, ट्राई करो.
Ma'am, can I start?
Yes, Priyanka.
Hello, my name is Priyanka Pandey. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, Satna. So my topic is सभी बच्चों के लिए बजट और कानून. फर्स्ट, बजट 2025 तक सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य पर 5% नहीं तो 3% जीडीपी सार्वजनिक व्यय, शिक्षा पर 6%, बच्चों पर 10% और पर्यावरण पर 5% निवेश करें. सुनिश्चित करें कि सभी राज्य सरकारें अपने वार्षिक बजट और बच्चों पर खर्च का खुलासा करें. सभी राष्ट्रीय रिपोर्टों, सर्वेक्षणों और जनगणना में 18 वर्ष से कम आयु के नागरिकों पर प्रस्तुत आंकड़े प्रदान करें. हमारे संविधान में धरती माता के अधिकारों को शामिल करते हुए भारत के संवैधानिक मूल्यों और हमारी वर्तमान प्रस्तावना की रक्षा और प्रचार करें. सांकेतिक भाषा को भारत की आधिकारिक भाषा बनाएं. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Priyanka. My favorite one is making the sign language an official language of India. I'd like to invite Asina, a resident of Assam, to share the recommendation on health and survival of every child. Welcome, Asina.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Asina Pitambora from Assam, and I have been the Prime Minister of PICP 2023 to 24, and today I'm going to speak on health and survival of every child. Provide nutritious midday meals with breakfast to all children from 0 to 17 years for 365 days a year. Enforce counseling in all schools with a strong national awareness campaign on mental health and climate anxiety. Ensure child-friendly, quality, affordable, and accessible healthcare centers for all children and their families. Ensure every poor community or family has affordable, if not free electricity, cooking fuel, toilets, and drinking water. Make India free from child marriage, child trafficking, child poverty, child labor, and child abuse. Thank you.
Thank you, Asina. This is my personal favorite because we at NINEISMINE and NICP, National Inclusive Children's Parliament, simply want just one right, and that is Article 2 of CRC, all rights for all children without discrimination. Now, I request Shridhima Shaha, who is from West Bengal, to give recommendation on advocacy and participation of, for, and by all children.
নমস্কার, আমি ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল থেকে শ্রীধিমা বলছি। আমাদের এনজিওর নাম হলো কোচবিহার অনাসৃষ্টি। শিশুর পক্ষে এবং তাদের অংশগ্রহণের ওকালতি। নতুন আইন তৈরি করার সময় অবশ্যই যেন শিশুর এবং তাদের পরিবারের সাথে পরামর্শ নেওয়া হয়। বিশেষ করে প্রতিবন্ধী এবং অন্যান্য দুর্বলতা রয়েছে এমন সমস্ত শিশুদের ইন্টারনেট এবং ডিভাইস সহ ডিজিটাল অ্যাক্সেস সরবরাহ করা দরকার। সরকারি কর্মকর্তা, নির্বাচিত প্রতিনিধি, শিক্ষক এবং অভিভাবকদের জন্য শিশু অধিকার এবং শিশুর অংশগ্রহণের বিষয়ে প্রশিক্ষণ বাধ্যতামূলক। সমস্ত পৌরসভা, ওয়ার্ড এবং গ্রাম পঞ্চায়েতগুলিকে শিশু বান্ধব করার জন্য সুপারিশকৃত নির্দেশিকাগুলি গ্রহণ করে তা নিশ্চিত করা। প্রতিবেশী থেকে রাজ্য এবং জাতীয় স্তরে ফেডারেশন এ অন্তর্ভুক্ত শিশু সংসদগুলি স্থাপন করুন, যাতে সমস্ত স্তরে নির্বাচিত প্রতিনিধিদের সাথে আনুষ্ঠানিক মিথস্ক্রিয়া থাকে। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you, Shridhima. Being the president of National Inclusive Children's Parliament, I dream of children across India engaging in children's parliament. That's why I love the last recommendation. I would like to begin with the recommendation of rights and entitlements of each child. Set up trained neighborhood child rights, vigilance committees and school management committees. Empower independent bodies to monitor the practice of child rights and earth rights by all, particularly businesses and governments. Sign all international human rights treaties, especially those that protect children. Review the National Policy for Children 2013 with the children while adding the ecological rights to it. Submit reports to the UN on child rights on time. I love India, and I love the fact that it is growing up to be a superpower. That is why I want India to sign all international laws and agreements that intend to protect children. I'd like to cordially invite Hemsalet from Meghalaya to provide recommendation on accessibility for an inclusion of all.
So, accessibility for an inclusion of all children. Point 1. Ensure well promoted, accessible, and affirmative schemes to support the most vulnerable children. Point 2. Ensure inclusion and non-discrimination for every challenged, vulnerable, or excluded child. Point 3. Invest in services like toilets, schools, transport, healthcare, and avoid the closure of any. Point 4. Promote a culture of peace, and interreligious cultural harmony. Point 5. Enforce the 25% restoration clause of the right to education to ensure genuine interactions of children, diverse socioeconomic background.
Hi, Amsalet. Can you do it in sign language along with that, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you do it in sign language along with that, please? Thank you so much.
Accessibility for and inclusion of all children. Ensure well promoted, accessible, and affirmative schemes to support the most vulnerable children. Ensure inclusion and non-discrimination for every challenged, vulnerable, or excluded child. Invest in and upgrade all public services like toilets, schools, transport, healthcare, and avoid the closure of any. Point 4. Promote a culture of peace, mindfulness, and intercultural or religious harmony. Enforce the 25% reservation clause of the right to education to ensure genuine interactions of children from diverse socioeconomic backgrounds. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamsalet. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Hamslet. I invite T Baby from Andhra Pradesh to give recommendation on trust and protection of every child. Welcome, T Baby.
Hi, my name is Devi. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. బాలల అందరికీ నమ్మకం మరియు రక్షణ బాలలతో పనిచేసే అన్ని పాఠశాలలు మరియు సంస్థలు బాలల రక్షణ ప్రక్రియలు చేపట్టాలి. చట్టంతో విభేదించిన బాలలు మరియు రక్షణ సంరక్షణ ఆదరణ అవసరమైన బాలలను ప్రభుత్వ సంస్థలు బాలల స్నేహపూర్వక ఆచారాలను పాటించే విధంగా చూడాలి. బాలల హక్కులు మానవ హక్కులు భూమి హక్కుల కోసం పనిచేస్తున్న బాలలకు రక్షణ కల్పించడం 17 సంవత్సరాల వయసు వరకు అన్ని రకాల బాల కార్మిక వ్యవస్థలను నిషేధించాలి. తగిన గంటలు సంరక్షణతో రోజువారీకి సరిపడా పోషకాహారంతో నాణ్యమైన శిశు గృహాలను ఏర్పాటు చేయాలి. థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
Ruksar.
Thank you, T Baby. As a pro activist for child rights and earth rights, I would like India to lead the way in modeling a democracy where children have the freedom to express themselves freely. That is why I like the recommendation number 3, which is ensure the protection of all defenders of earth, human and child rights, particularly of those below the age of 18. Now, I would like to invite Yashika from Tamil Nadu to come forward and give the recommendation on Sansar, Earth, and each child's ecological rights. Welcome, Yashika.
Just give her a second. She's joining as a panel. Yashika, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can switch on your video, Yashika, if it's okay.
Ma'am, here network issue, 1 second.
Okay, no worries. Go on, Yashika.
அனைவருக்கும் என் இனிய காலை வணக்கம். முதலாவதாக என்னை அறிமுகம் செய்து கொள்கிறேன். என் பெயர் யாஷிகா. நான் தமிழ்நாடு நீலகிரி மாவட்டம் கைத்தலா பகுதியில் வசித்து வருகிறேன். முதலாவதாக என்னை தேர்வு செய்தமைக்கு மிக்க நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இப்பொழுது நான் பேச போகும் தலைப்பு பூமி மற்றும் ஒவ்வொரு குழந்தையின் சுற்றுச்சூழல் உரிமைகள், அதாவது நிலையான மறுசீரமைப்பு மற்றும் புதுப்பிக்கத்தக்க ஆற்றலை பயன்படுத்தி அனைத்து பள்ளிகளையும் மற்றும் பசுமையான இடங்களாக மேம்படுத்துதல், குழந்தைகளின் சுற்றுச்சூழல் உரிமைகள் மற்றும் காலநிலை மாற்றம் மற்றும் பேரிடர் அபாயத்தை குறைத்தல் ஆகியவற்றில் வலுவான அறிவியல் மற்றும் உரிமைகள் அடிப்படையிலான பள்ளி பாடத்திட்டத்தை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். அனைத்து மாணவர்களையும் பசுமையான கரைபடித்த உணவுகள் மற்றும் வாழ்க்கை முறைகளுடன் அவர்களை சித்தப்படுத்துங்கள். அனைத்து கழிவுகளையும் ஒரு துடிப்பான பிரித்தல், சேகரிப்பு, உரமாக்கல் மற்றும் மறுசுழற்சி அமைப்புடன் நிலையான மாற்றுகளில் முதலீடு செய்யும் போது பிளாஸ்டிக்கை பயன்படுத்தி எரியுங்கள். நல்ல பசுமையான பொது மாற்றம் மலிவு பொது போக்குவரத்து அமைப்புகளை விரும்புகிறது. நன்றி.
Thank you, Yashika. Since my mom and dad cannot afford a scooter, leave alone a car, I like the majority of Indian children really depend on an efficient and safe public transport system. Last but not the least, I invite Ishwari from Maharashtra to come forward and give recommendation on Vikas, development and the complete growth of every child. Welcome, Ishwari.
One second, ma'am.
Hi guys, I am Ishwari. I am study in 8th class. I am from परतवाडा महाराष्ट्र. विकास आणि प्रत्येक मुलांची संपूर्ण वाढ. जागतिक दर्जांचे तंत्रज्ञान, अध्यापक शैली आणि आधुनिक सुविधांचा समावेश करण्यासाठी मानक श्रेणी सुधारित करताना 3 ते 17 वर्ष वयोगटातील सर्व मुलांचा समावेश करण्यासाठी शिक्षणाचा अधिकार वाढावा. संयुक्त राष्ट्रसंघ UN शाश्वत विकास उद्दिष्टे आणि शाळा आणि महाविद्यालयांमध्ये शिकवल्या जाणाऱ्या सर्व विषयांमध्ये त्यांची वकिली करणे. अधिक टाइम वर्क सह शिक्षणाला अधिक व्यावहारिक असाइनमेंट कृतीवर आधारित. सर्व कागदपत्रे हक्क आणि मुलांशी संबंधित योजनासाठी शाळेच्या कॅम्पमध्ये एक स्टॉप विंडो सेवा सेट करा. शाळेच्या वेळेनंतर विद्यार्थ्यांना सह अभ्यासक्रम आणि अभ्यासक्रमानंतर खेळ आणि विश्रांतीची संधी उपलब्ध करून देण्यासाठी सर्व सरकारी आणि खासगी शाळांचे हे बोर्डिंग सेंटरमध्ये रूपांतर करा. थँक्यू मॅम.
Thank you, Ishwari. In my NGO, after school is over, I'm provided with food, time for games and children's parliament, circus art, and even meeting people like Sachin Tendulkar and David Beckham. Would it not be lovely if all our school provide us all the best opportunities within our school campuses itself? That's why I like the day boarding idea. Now I request my Delhi team to continue with the manifesto script. Over to you, Ritu.
Hello everyone, my name is Ratu and I'm 16 years old. I'm Deputy Prime Minister in my local children's parliament. For we presently are 36% of India's citizens and 100% of India's future.
If you agree, please type yes in the chat box.
We, the children of India, demand that all candidates contesting the upcoming general election 2024 and all political parties commit to these issues and recommendations and make them part of their elections campaign and their political manifestos.
If you agree, please type yes in the chat box.
We finally seek that each political party and individual candidate devotes one day each year to report to children on the process each has made in fulfilling their child-centered promises, while also publishing a child-friendly online annual report with an interactive ongoing online system for children to feedback and rate the progress based on their own on-ground personal experiences. This, we believe, would underline your commitment to these promises.
Say yes or no in your languages. Wow, I see a lot of yeses are coming. We are about to release our Vote For Me anthem, which has been composed and produced by the wonderful team at Vacha, a consultation with child representatives across the country belonging to the National Inclusive Children's Parliament. This morning, we are releasing of the tune. However, since we are hoping to get professional children themselves to sing their own Vote For Me, Vote for Children theme song, we will not be calculating this excellent and professional edition and request no one to do so. I now welcome Ms. Avita Golwakar, Associate Project Director, Vacha Charitable Trust, to give us a brief about Children Vote For Me anthem. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. And what a delightful morning to start with, young, enthusiastic children just roaring their way. it has filled with renewed energy and enthusiasm to do something, and it's a very, very joyous moment for us to be part of this wonderful event. The very idea of having children's manifesto is itself defying so many norms and creating new trend where we see children not just as passive recipients of some welfare schemes, but active members who can speak, who think, and who decide for their future. And a future which is child-centric, child-led, and inclusive. So I am very honored to represent my organization, Vacha Charitable Trust, here at this forum. And I'm delighted to be a part of this movement because it gives children a voice and we respect their choices also. So a little bit before moving on to the anthem, I would like to share a bit about my organization's work here. So Vacha Charitable Trust is a Mumbai-based organization, NGO, which is working for the last 33 years for the rights of adolescent girls and young women. So we work towards achieving the goals of gender equity and equality. And the idea is to provide educational opportunities, resource creation, research, training, campaign, and networking in order to enable girls from highly marginalized backgrounds, to acquire skills, exposure to new opportunities, so they are able to contribute to the nation's development, become active and productive citizens of the nation. So we very much resonate with the entire idea of children being in the fore and front, leading the national development. So Vacha is active in around 18 slum communities in Mumbai and Kalyan Dombivli in Maharashtra. And as we are speaking at the moment, our young leaders, champions, and adolescent girls are leading campaign on the occasion of 16 days of activism, which is against a campaign against gender-based violence. So they are doing various activities in their areas and engaging with their community people to talk about gender-based violence and how to stop it. So it's a very good moment when we are talking about child rights, when we are talking about ensuring the best for the children. Children are actually leading the fight and are roaring to go to get their rights. So that's a wonderful moment. And here, as far as Children's Manifesto process is concerned, Vacha is very happy and delighted to be a part of process because our adolescent children will get to speak about their wishes, their desires, their aspirations through the manifesto. And we will be able to motivate the candidates who are going to fight the elections to include these issues that you have raised in their manifesto, which will be a big victory for children across the nation. We would like to definitely thank NINEISMINE platform for giving Vacha an opportunity to kind of write and compose and produce this anthem. And it was a very creative process. It's a co-creation and we had a lot of collaboration going on. Vacha has already kind of conducted a lot of musical resources, developed a lot of musical resources for awareness building in the past, and it has certainly added one more feather in our cap. So here, I would definitely like to thank the entire team who relentlessly worked to give the anthem in a very short span of time. And it was approved by children, so which is a big thing for all of us here. So it also reflects their aspirations, their desires, their opinion, and their issues. I would like to take a moment and mention the names of the creative team here. The writers of the anthem are Meenal Patel and Dr. Vibhuti Patel. Composers are Sharanya Mitra, Sayar Mitra, and Groove Bhai. Music arrangement is by Sayar Mitra and Groove Bhai. Vocals, that is singing, is done by Sharanya Mitra, Sayar Mitra, Anuj Rawat, Sakshi Ingle, and Adira. Production and mix mastering is done by Groove Bhai. So I am thanking all of this from the bottom of my heart for putting together this wonderful anthem in such a short span of time. And I'm sure every one of us will enjoy that. My heartfelt gratitude to all children from NINEISMINE who have provided their input and feedback to the song. And also to Vacha children who gave their voices to the song. I'm very hopeful that the song will be able to connect to the pulse of the country, and children's appeal to come out, vote, and select the right candidate will hit the right chord. Today we are releasing the first version of the song, but soon the children's version will be available for the circulation. So here the first version is out there today. I'm very happy and wishing all of us all the very best for this movement ahead. Thank you so much.
विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट तो समझदारी से ये है हम बच्चों के वोट विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट तो समझदारी से ये है हम बच्चों के वोट देश के मतदाताओं को हम बच्चों का संदेश वोट उसी को देना जो समावेशी बनाए
बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए वोट दो, धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए वोट दो, खेल मस्ती के लिए वोट दो, मेरी मम्मी के लिए वोट दो, परिवारों के लिए
जाति धर्म जेंडर का हम भेद न करे ना ही ऊंच नीचे के भेदभाव करे बात बदेगी करते हैं हम सभी बच्चों के बोल सोच समझ के वोट दो कि ना चले कोई भी बोल चुनाव लड़ने वालों से हम बच्चे ये चाहे हमारे मुद्दों को मत भूलो सब बच्चे ये चाहे घोषणा पत्र में हमारी मांगे सबसे आगे आए सभी बच्चे फूले फले तब विकसित देश बनाए
वोट दो, बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए वोट दो, धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए वोट दो, खेल मस्ती के लिए वोट दो, मेरी मम्मी के लिए वोट दो, परिवारों के लिए वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, समाज का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, देश का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, संसार का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, सबका विकास बच्चों का विकास, सबका विकास बच्चों का विकास, देश का विकास बच्चों का विकास, संसार का विकास बच्चों का विकास, समाज का विकास।
वोट दो ताकि देश को नजर ना लगे।
Thank you, Avida ma'am. We aim to reach 1 million children across India, and for that, we request you to connect us with political parties, principals, teachers, networks, directors, UN and its agencies, education departments, government officials, DCPCR, congregations. As the President of National Inclusive Children's Parliament, I now invite each of you to begin our 1 million voices exercises today. Please fill in the form in which we will be inviting a 1 million student across the country to do so. We are sharing Google Form with you in all different languages. We would request you to fill it out. This is currently available in Hindi, English, Marathi, Assamese, Telugu, Bengali, Tamil, Kannada, and Urdu. We need your help in translating the same in many more languages to reach the last child of India. Please help us connect with all children in your school and networks. We are attempting to engage with all political parties and individual candidates due to stand for general election 2024. We thank you for joining us and supporting us throughout. May I request Steve Rocha, our brother, and the national convener of Nine is Mine campaign, which is led by the Vadana Toro Abhiyan. Steve is the child pro-activist representative on the steering committee of the Vadana Toro Abhiyan. Welcome, brother.
Ruksar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Walt, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So thank you, team Nine is Mine and the National Inclusive Children's Parliament. When Ruksar leads it, she's leading it as the president of the National Inclusive Children's Parliament, which is really a network of many, many NGOs across the country, trying to get children's participation to be heard, underlined, and to become a non-negotiable for our country. And that really is the purpose of our gathering together under this Vote for Me manifesto writing and manifesto endorsing campaign. We want, at the end of the day, at the end of this entire democratic exercise of the world, the largest democratic exercise of the world, every single party to really endorse this manifesto. Should I be stopping and letting the children do the manifesto first? I think, just give me a minute, please. If you don't mind, may I just ask all of you first to concentrate on the manifesto rating? I'll come back to this vote of thanks in a little while. Spend some time just looking at the children's manifesto and give us your feedback on it by just ticking out the ones you like and avoiding the ones you don't like. This is the first group of children who are going to respond to the manifesto. You're the first officially respond to this 1 million call. And all your responses are going to be tabled and accounted for. So take your time and respond in the language you like. It's available in different languages. Go to the Google link sent to you. It'll be posted again. Here are all the links. It will be posted in the chat box. So choose the one that you like. Choose in the language you want. And answer the form in the language you prefer. We will collate all the responses. And armed with these responses, we're inviting all of you young people to actually go physically to all your political parties and candidates standing for elections and say, these are our asks as young people. Because it's a national campaign and there'll be very many asks from children, we request you to represent the local asks, which may not be represented in this manifesto, and feel free to add to this manifesto when you go to your own candidates standing for election. Ask them to include your desires, your dreams into the National Manifesto. You may not be voters, as one of you said, but you certainly are. You have voices, and your voices must be heard. We're going to play the music in the background. Enjoy the anthem of the vote from me.
विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट दो समझदारी से ये है हम बच्चों के बोल विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट दो समझदारी से ये है हम बच्चों के बोल देश के मतदाताओं को हम बच्चों का संदेश वोट उसी को देना जो समावेशी बनाए दे
बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए वोट दो, धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए खेलकूद मस्ती के लिए मेरी मम्मी के लिए परिवारों के लिए
जाति धर्म जेंडर का हम भेद न करे ना ही ऊंच नीचे के भेदभाव करे बात बदेगी करते हैं हम सभी बच्चों के बोल सोच समझ के वोट दो कि ना चले कोई भी बोल चुनाव लड़ने वालों से हम बच्चे ये चाहे हमारे मुद्दों को मत भूलो सब बच्चे ये चाहे घोषणा पत्र में हमारी मांगे सबसे आगे आए सभी बच्चे फूले फले तब विकसित देश बनाए
बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए वोट दो, खेलकूद मस्ती के लिए वोट दो, मेरी मम्मी के लिए वोट दो, परिवारों के लिए वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, समाज का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, देश का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, संसार का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, सबका विकास बच्चों का विकास, सबका विकास बच्चों का विकास, देश का विकास बच्चों का विकास, संसार का विकास बच्चों का विकास, समाज का विकास।
वोट दो ताकि देश को नजर ना लगे
विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट दो समझदारी से ये है हम बच्चों के बोल विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट दो समझदारी से ये है हम बच्चों के बोल देश के मतदाताओं को हम बच्चों का संदेश वोट उसी को देना जो समावेशी बनाए दे
बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए वोट दो, धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए खेलकूद मस्ती के लिए मेरी मम्मी के लिए परिवारों के लिए
जाति धर्म जेंडर का हम भेद न करे ना ही ऊंच नीचे के भेदभाव करे बात बदेगी करते हैं हम सभी बच्चों के बोल सोच समझ के वोट दो कि ना चले कोई भी बोल चुनाव लड़ने वालों से हम बच्चे ये चाहे हमारे हमारे मुद्दों को मत भूलो, सब बच्चे ये चाहे घोषणा पत्र में हमारी मांगे सबसे आगे आए। सभी बच्चे फूले फले तब विकसित देश बनाए।
वोट दो बाल विकास के लिए, वोट दो बाल अधिकार के लिए, वोट दो बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए, वोट दो बाल सुरक्षा के लिए, वोट दो बाल शिक्षा के लिए, वोट दो बाल बजट के लिए, वोट दो बाल भागीदारी के लिए, वोट दो धरती माँ के लिए, वोट दो बच्चों का विकास, वोट दो देश का विकास, वोट दो संसार का विकास, वोट दो सबका विकास, वोट दो बच्चों के लिए, वोट दो खेलकूद मंत्री के लिए, वोट दो मेरी मम्मी के लिए, वोट दो परिवारों के लिए, वोट फॉर मी बच्चों का विकास, वोट फॉर मी समाज का विकास, वोट फॉर मी बच्चों का विकास, वोट फॉर मी देश का विकास, वोट फॉर मी बच्चों का विकास, वोट फॉर मी संसार का विकास, वोट फॉर मी बच्चों का विकास, वोट फॉर मी सबका विकास, बच्चों का विकास, सबका विकास, बच्चों का विकास, देश का विकास, बच्चों का विकास, संसार का विकास, बच्चों का विकास, समाज का विकास।
वोट दो ताकि देश को नजर ना लगे।
Thank you, everyone. The responses seem to be rolling in, and you may want to just write your feedback on how the exercise of writing your or rating this manifesto has been for you. And if you want to give the team some feedback on the manifesto, you're welcome to. We're not asking for recommendations, just asking for how the process has been. This process will also be available on ground. So if children cannot access the digital mediums, they can do it on ground. The NGO only has to send us the names of children, a little bit of their background, and their votes, so that we do not exclude children who do not have digital access. So let me begin firstly with the purpose of this entire exercise. The Vote For Me campaign is an attempt to get to make India accept children's participation as a non-negotiable. We believe that we know that children don't have votes in an election process, but they certainly have a voice. And we're making this children's participation and voice a non-negotiable for our country and a standard for the world. That's the attempt with this Vote For Me campaign. Quite often, we believe that it's not enough of political will for many issues, including climate change and the climate emergency that we face. And that's why young people are saying enough is enough. We need to be heard. We need to take responsibility and onus for this. And if there's no political will, they're beginning with starting to raise political opinion on that, and therefore create political will around that. So that's the intention of this. It's not meant to be any controversial issues to be taken up. It's just a platform we have to say we are citizens today and we need to be heard today. So please help us in achieving this particular dream on behalf of children, and get us in touch with directors, principals, the long list that Rukhsar, as the president of the National Children's Parliament, had invited us to. Please help us with that. There'll be a form circulated right now that would ask for your support and your help in reaching out to board members, networkers, political parties. We're going to all political parties. We have no bias for or against anyone. We want every single candidate standing for election to say children matter, their issues must come into it. And we've seen the impact of this. For the last 3 elections, we've been engaged with a political process like this. And now if you read manifestos, it's more about participation, protection of children than the earlier manifestos that only talked about life and death of children, education and health of children. Now it's all about all rights for children. So there are more than 400 million children in India, and we want at least, we're saying 1 million, but actually it should be 4 million. That would be at least 1% of India's population saying, child population saying, we matter. We want translations to be in all languages. We've got about 9 languages already covered right now, but we'd really like the last child to be covered and heard and expressed. So we are inviting you and requesting you to help us translate this into all languages. I take this opportunity to thank all those who help us with the current translations. We've got them in multiple languages. It took a long time for people to translate and retranslate it because this particular version went through lots of editing to make sure it was child friendly. So thanks sincerely to all those who helped in the translations. Thanks to all those who helped in the interpretations today and always. We struggled to get a sign interpreter for today because normally all our platforms have a sign interpreter, but just for some reason we couldn't just manage anyone today. Apologies for any person with hearing impairment that is feeling a bit excluded today because of that uh, disability of ours. Uh, ex- uh, an apology to those also who use other languages and couldn't participate today because of our limitations with this web platform. Thanks to all the zonal coordinators, we have zonal coordinators in 7 zones of India. Thank you for all the hard work in bringing your groups together. So all their parliaments are here together. Maybe they could turn their cameras on and you'll see groups of children actually participating because they don't have common devices. So maybe the Yash team can turn on your video and raise your hand, and others you'll see groups of children coming on common devices, sharing spaces. This is India, but there's also a larger India that doesn't have even a single device, and we hope to reach out to them as well. We want to thank all the principals, directors. There are 1 or 2 political parties present here today. There are networkers present today, provincials present today, sisters and principals from various schools. Thank you for taking the time today on your holiday to listen to the young people. And thank you for promising to take this call back to all your children of your school. We love all children from all schools to participate in this exercise in just expressing that children need to be heard. Thank you to Bhana Torobian and other networks for supporting us in reaching the last child. Once again, we need your help in reaching out to schools, NGOs, networks, political parties across the country. And once we have this ongoing uh, tabulation of us, we'll go to all political parties and say, this is what you're asking. But we invite you to go with this manifesto and your local asks. This is not a complete list. It cannot be, given that India consists of 400 million children. So take your local ask, go with this and say, we would like personally to add this particular ask. Your representatives are your representatives. Same as voice your opinions. So all we can do is have one semblance of a common manifesto, but please go and ask for your requirements at the ground level. Make sure your representatives represent you. In January, Rukhsar is going to call in all her ministers to Delhi, 120 different constituencies across the country will be coming to Delhi, and they will formally meet members of parliament and party leaders to say, please accept this manifesto in the upcoming elections. So if you have any links with MPs, political parties, please share them with us because we want to go to all political parties and all representatives because it's the creation of a public consensus that we're about, not a particular issue that we are pushing. We want people to recognize children as citizens today. We want to thank all our partners. There are lots of directors from various NGOs and schools here, without whose help this would not be possible. So I want to take a moment to thank all these directors who have come under this neutral Nine is Mine banner. I'm sorry, I'm using the Pratik banner behind me. It's just by my black on common mode, and it's gone into automatic mode. So apologies for that. I should have used the Nine is Mine banner too, because that's the banner that we would like to use when we're talking about the network. Thank you to NCN, who are trying to have a World Children's Parliament, Provisional World Children's Parliament in March. So if anyone's interested in that and has movements of children's parliaments, you're welcome to get in touch with us. But there are movements happening across the world, and I'm glad that India is really at the lead there. Thanks to Violet and her team at Pratik, who've really driven and pushed this in limited time to come up with this particular platform for children across the country. But we will be repeating this on every first Saturday and every fourth Friday of the month because we want it to be a movement leading up to elections. So we'll be continuing this platform and this presentation in an ongoing fashion. My zonals will also convert them into local languages so that there's no exclusion of any child. We'll do a repeat of this shortly. We may also do a third one each month at school in school timing. So on the second Saturday, it'll be in the morning. On the fourth Friday or the third Friday, it'll be in the evening after school hours. And once a week, once a month, we'll do it during working hours so that people in schools or at work can join it officially. Thanks to Vacha, uh, can't thank you enough for the wonderful presentation and the creation of this wonderful dynamic song. If you saw the chats coming in, they affirm the power of this wonderful anthem. I also my own WhatsApp phone was buzzing with comments. So thank you here directly. Thank you so much for this wonderful piece. Thanks to all the singers, the young artists who spend hours recording, re-recording, re-scripting this entire script. Thank you, Minatai, Sharanya, and her team, Vibhuti ma'am, Avida ma'am, and Shruti ma'am for that. I think I've left out one name. It's Kunal and another young man. Vibhuti, Avida, would you like to add to that list in case I've left out anybody?
Yeah, hi, Steve. Yeah, you have included
Thanks to all the
everyone.
presenters from the different zones of India, representing different languages. Thank you for taking the time there to do so. Thanks to all our anchors for today. But thanks to particularly Swati ma'am and Irene from the UNICEF, who really stood by the UNICEF's um, not only logo, what's it called, their motto for every child, and created so many spaces where children's voices are heard across the country. Really appreciate their efforts and their contribution here. Thanks to all our translators, Bikash in Assamese, Jarna Bengali, Praveen Marathi, Ramesh Telugu, Samat in Hindi, and Sister Vanila in Kannada. So thank you for that. And once again, thank you, Violet, and your team for putting all of this together and really doing a great job in beginning the process of including the all voices, if not the last voice of India. So we, as I said, it's a start, it's a launch. Shortly, we'll be releasing the anthem. We're aiming to get children, professional children, to actually sing in professional voices and launch this as their own anthem. And thanks to all those who have really supported this effort. Once again, thank you. Usually at these platforms, we end with the national anthem, which is done in sign language. Due to glitches today, we will not do that. The next time we hold this, we will do that ceremony of actually doing the national anthem in sign language, once again endorsing our call to listen to the child who's not heard. And what better way can we do than do it in sign language, depriving us of the ability and our desire to sing our anthem with great pride in honor of the one it's unheard. So we'll sing today, we'll listen once again to our anthem that Vacha and the children of India have created. And if you can join in the chorus or any words, please go ahead and join in. But stay on mute for now because it will be a bit chaotic if we all begin to sing. Violet?
अनमोल वोट दो समझदारी से, ये है हम बच्चों के वोट, राह विकास की लेनी है आपका वोट अनमोल वोट दो समझदारी से, ये है हम बच्चों के वोट, देश के मतदाताओं को हम बच्चों का संदेश, वोट उसी को देना जो समावेशी बनाए
बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए वोट दो, धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए वोट दो, खेलकूद मस्ती के लिए वोट दो, मेरी मम्मी के लिए वोट दो, परिवारों के लिए।
जाति धर्म जेंडर का हम भेद न करे, ना ही ऊंच नीचे के भेदभाव करे, बात बदेगी करते हैं हम सभी बच्चों के बोल, सोच समझ के वोट दो कि ना चले कोई भी बोल, चुनाव लड़ने वालों से हम बच्चे ये चाहे, हमारे मुद्दों को मत भूलो सब बच्चे ये चाहे, घोषणा पत्र में हमारी मांगे सबसे आगे आए, सभी बच्चे फूले फले तब विकसित देश बनाए।
वोट दो बाल विकास के लिए वोट दो, बाल अधिकार के लिए वोट दो, बाल स्वास्थ्य के लिए वोट दो, बाल सुरक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल शिक्षा के लिए वोट दो, बाल बजट के लिए वोट दो, बाल भागीदारी के लिए वोट दो, धरती माँ के लिए वोट दो, बच्चों का विकास वोट दो, देश का विकास वोट दो, संसार का विकास वोट दो, सबका विकास वोट दो, बच्चों के लिए वोट दो, खेलकूद मस्ती के लिए वोट दो, मेरी मम्मी के लिए वोट दो, परिवारों के लिए वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, समाज का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, देश का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, संसार का विकास वोट फॉर मी, बच्चों का विकास वोट फॉर मी, सबका विकास बच्चों का विकास, सबका विकास बच्चों का विकास, देश का विकास बच्चों का विकास, संसार का विकास बच्चों का विकास, समाज का विकास।
वोट दो ताकि देश को नजर ना लगे।
Before you leave, just one last request. As Ruxar reminded me that today is just the launch. You have a 6-month task ahead of you, young people who are here on this particular platform. It's now up to you to keep taking your manifesto and sharing it far and wide with every single member of your school communities, your NGO communities, your friends communities. Go on social media, go on WhatsApp, and share this widely, because we want to cross not just 1 million. It should be 4 million, if not 400 million. That's what we really want, a unanimous call together. So if there are any principals, networkers here, please help us reach that 1 million call. Help us get in touch with directors, party leaders, everyone, to say children's lives matter. Over to Ruxar.
Thank you everyone for being here and sharing your thoughts. Your input was really important. We are excited to work together more in the future. Your ideas have set us up well for what comes next. Thank you and have a good day.
dum 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 Namaste, Jumbo Salam. Namaste, Jumbo Salam. Hello.
So many across the world living hand to mouth. We could fulfill their needs if we cared about. They too have rights like we, let us hear them out.
The time is now and we must end this drought.
Let's make poverty history. Embrace them all. Let's make poverty history. Let's give them our all. We believe it's a call for you and me, one and all.
Don't just be kind, bear in mind, leave no one behind. Come on, come on, come on, let's turn the tide.
The one and only in how we do abide. Earth has spoken. Oh, she's broken. She stood the test of time.
She is sublime,
and the time is just prime
that we change paradigm. Make real rights with laws redefined.
Leave not behind.
The global goals is a call
for you and me, one and all.
Don't just be kind, bear in mind,
leave no one behind. No, 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 no.
Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, oh, oh, oh. Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, oh, oh, oh. Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, oh,
oh. Children across the world, let's scale new heights. Speak and be heard, come join this festival of rights. Prosperity to our progeny. Peace to all earthkind.